We are going to talk about UFC 171. Great show. It was really good. Um, it was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. Not for any particular reason, but the fact that there was just so much excitement, so much action, just so much. It was it was an electric uh, show. I wish I was there in person, but um, I watched it on pay per view, and I mean, one of the great things about pay per view is, you get to see the different angles and the replays and stuff. But I think Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg, I mean, they are the best commentator, color commentator combination ever in any sport in the world. They make that fight so much better. Um, their insight, their their chemistry, their knowledge, just the way they know when to talk, when not to talk, what to say. Um, it makes the fight so much better to watch on TV. When I'm at home watching it on pay per view, um, without them or with other people there, it's just never the same. They help make the UFC, and to get everything going, Bruce Buffer, the best the best announcer ever. And I've been in boxing and kickboxing and combat sports since the early '70s. And I've never, I mean, Jimmy Lennon Jr., I love all those guys. Even Bruce's brother, let's get ready to rumble. But Bruce Buffer, his electricity, it just gets everyone going. I watching it at home, besides the fights, which were great, just the whole team that the UFC has put together, and then the matchmaking is unbelievable. Sean Shelby, Joe Silva, it's come together, and it's an unbelievable event. I mean, because I'm usually in it as training a guy or doing this, work wise, but just sitting back and watching it as a spectator, it was such a great show. Anyway, let's talk about the fights. First one, let's go over Miles Jury, Diego. Sorry about the noise in the background. Kids are on the trampoline. Now they have a new game where they have a trampoline and they have the hose, and they're doing something with the hose and the trampoline. And yeah, I don't even want to look. But anyway, um, Miles Jury, that guy is skilled. I mean, he has skill. He's so calm and cool for his age. And just the way he picked apart Diego, I mean, really good win. Back and forth. He cut him a couple times as well. It was a very action-packed fight. I don't think anyone was close to getting knocked out. You can never tell from the outside because one hit and the guy comes back. You don't know what's going on inside his head, but it didn't look like it. And it was a really action-packed, exciting, kind of back and forth. It was mainly Miles, but it went back and forth. It had its moments, and it was a really good fight. So that was the first one. Miles Jury beat Diego Sanchez, and then Hector Lombard beat Jake Shields. He just stalked him, took him down. I think he took him down, like 8, 9, 10 times, and he stuffed every one of Jake's takedown attempts. Um, Jake showed that he's as tough as nails, and he's never going to quit. And Hector showed his explosiveness and his power and his speed, and it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It was a one-sided fight. There was some lulls in the action, but I think overall it was a really good fight, and it did show um, just how much of a threat Hector really is, and it showed how tough Jake is. I don't know what Jake's going to do next or who he's going to go with next, um, but I don't know who Hector's going to go with next either. That'll be exciting. That's interesting. Next one, Tyrone Woodley against Carlos Condit. Oh, that was a fight. Um, so much excitement, so much buildup, so much skill. The matchup was such a good matchup. And then Tyrone came out and just with his overhand right and his power and then the takedown, timing the takedowns perfectly, a lot like Miles Jury was doing. Miles Jury would get Diego going and then just take him down, and it's really good timing. And Woodley did that as well. Well, first Woodley hurt him with the takedown, hurt his knee. Then he stood up and he knew he was hurt, so he went in for a really hard leg kick. Now, a couple things. Number one, he hurt Condit's knee with the takedown. So with the leg kick, it tweaked his knee even more. So they had to stop the fight because Carlos couldn't go on. So people are saying, I heard a couple of people say or tweet, or I didn't hear him like personally, but well, Condit hurt his knee. Did that take away from Woodley's victory? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, because Woodley hurt his knee. Woodley's the one that hurt Carlos's knee with the takedown. It would be like when a striker breaks your chin with a fight and the guy can't go on because he has a broken jaw. Are they going to say the broken jaw took away from the victory? No, because the striker broke his jaw with the punch. Okay? Tyrone broke or hurt his knee with his takedown. One of the best knockouts, or in this case TKO, is a really good takedown. Just like one of the best takedowns is a really good punch. So this is MMA. It's not wrestling and it's not kickboxing. It's MMA. Tyrone hurt Carlos with the takedown and finished him with a leg kick. So we got TKO. Very good fight. I think he's next for the title. I think he should be next for the title after beating such a great fighter like Carlos Condit in that fashion. I think it makes him next in line for the title against Johnny Hendricks, who just fought Robbie Lawler. That's my next fight. Great fight. Back and forth. Obviously, fight of the night. It was just so back and forth. It could have gone either way. I really do think it could have gone either way, but definitely you can't argue with that decision because of the last round. The last round was pivotal. Hendricks won the first and second. Lawler came back, smoked the second and third. I think they were all 1-point rounds, so I think it was even going into the fifth. And it was a brutal fight, really good. Lawler showed so much class, power, speed. Actually showed the class after the fight when they announced, when he was interviewed. Really classy warrior. But I thought he lost the last round. He was doing so good, but the takedown and then the control, I think, made him lose the fight. And but it was a great fight, nothing to be ashamed of. Guarantee Lawler will be back ASAP, and I think Woodley Hendricks is next. Anyway, thanks for coming.